TySimpson and Trinidad Chambliss is the battle for QB2 that absolutely nobody expected at the start of this year. TySimpson sat for 3 years and didn't leave when Nick Saban, the man who recruited him, retired. He showed he has loyalty and is willing to sit and learn. Simpson, in his first year of starting, with absolutely no run game, took his team to the playoffs, beating Oklahoma before getting dominated 3-38 by the future national champions Indiana. While Simpson was the 5-star recruited to Bama sitting and learning, Trinidad Chambliss was a 0-star recruit, redshirting at a Division II college. He sat for 2 years before leading Ferris State to the Division II national championship. People still didn't believe in him. They said he was too small and he didn't have the talent to play in the SEC. So he went back to Ferris State and won the national championship again. This finally got him on some high-level teams' radars, and Ole Miss and Lane Kiffin recruited him. He took Ole Miss to the playoffs, proving everybody wrong. And when everything was looking up, his head coach left, so he went to the playoffs with no head coach. Despite all the adversity, he still made the semifinals, losing to UMiami in a razor-close game, and to no fault of Trinidad Chambliss. Like and you'll see a football up here, and subscribe. I'm a small channel, so anything helps. Let's talk about physical attributes. TySimpson is 6'2", 208 and has a great arm. He's a great athlete for the position, and while he's not the type of quarterback to look to scramble, he's able to perform designed runs and make plays out of the pocket when needed. He also has fluid hips and can throw the ball with zip from unnatural angles. Finally, he's a tough quarterback willing to take a hit and even tried to come back into the Indiana game after cracking a rib. You read that right, he didn't get benched. I don't know who started that narrative, but he was hurt, not benched. Let's get right into Trinidad's biggest knock. Despite being listed at 6 foot, he's almost definitely not that tall. Trinidad most likely about 5'10", 200 pounds, which is incredibly small. And the only starters in the league that are that size are Bryce Young and Kyler Murray, who are both elite prospects and have been benched in their career. But that's where the knocks on Trinidad's physicals end. Trinidad is the best dual threat in this class, being able to make plays out of the pocket and throw on the run. Don't let his small size make you think he has a weak arm, because he has elite arm strength and can zip the ball like no one else in this class. He was more of a basketball player entering college, and you can really tell that with his burst and elite long speed. Both of these prospects are older, turning 23 for Ty and 24 for Trinidad before the end of the year. Let's get to what's on everyone's mind. Did Trump really give Bill Clinton head? Simpson can throw between the seams and work the middle of the field like a true NFL quarterback. Ty also doesn't get stuck on his first read, goes through all his progression, and takes the check down when needed. He commanded his offense well and even turned his back to the defense on a couple of play actions throughout the year, which you don't typically see from a college offense, but is incredibly common in the NFL. Trinidad also works the middle of the field well despite his height. He can work any part of the field and is deadly off platform. If a coach can use him kind of like how Bo Nix is used by Sean Payton, with all the moving around after the ball is snapped, then his height might not matter as much. He's also an elite deep ball thrower, which gets him a lot of Russell Wilson comps. But his deep ball is very different to Wilson. Trinidad drives every single throw with all his power like a bullet, and doesn't possess the same moonball ability that Wilson did. Now you might think this is a knock on his game, which it is, but the bullet passes are just so accurate most of the time that it doesn't matter. Both of these quarterbacks do a good job at not putting the ball in harm's way through the air, although Simpson does struggle fumbling the ball, having 5 fumbles in only 10 games. Simpson had 29 big-time throws, which was 4th in the nation, to only 14 turnover-worthy plays. On the other hand, Trinidad had 22 big-time throws to 8 turnover-worthy plays. Both guys also had really good touchdown to interception ratios. Simpson having 27 passing touchdowns and 2 rushing touchdowns to only 4 picks, and Trinidad having 19 passing touchdowns and 8 rushing touchdowns to only 3 picks. The rushing stats are where they differ the most. Trinidad had 123 designed runs, which was double that of Simpson's 62. Although in pure scrambling, Trinidad did only have 20 more yards than Simpson, although on 6 less scrambles. Speaking of scrambling, holding onto the ball for too long was a bit of a problem for Ty. having a pressure to sack ratio of 19.6% compared to Trinidad's 15.1%. And we really see this by looking at the two quarterbacks' time to throw. Ty had nearly a 3-second time to throw, while Trinidad averaged 2.6 seconds, which is a big deal when you realize Ty is much more of a pocket passer than Trinidad. Weirdly enough, these prospects also both had nearly the same passing yards at 3,300, although Ty did throw the ball 50 more times. All these stats are per PFF, by the way, which is why they might be adjusted differently. Finally, let's get on to these players' weaknesses. If you couldn't tell from the stats, Ty really struggles when put under pressure, which, while you hope it's improved from playing more games, because he has only started 15 games, it's a big problem right now and something he has to fix in the NFL if he wants to be a successful starter. Under pressure, his accuracy fell, he made poor decisions, and he would hurry up, causing his throwing motion to get messed up. Throughout the latter part of the year, he had some pretty bad accuracy struggles, but it definitely wasn't helped by his receivers dropping damn near half his passes. Trinidad's biggest struggle is obviously his height. He's had 15 passes batted at the line of scrimmage, and I don't imagine that's a problem that goes away soon. He also stares down receivers and has a tendency to throw into coverages he really shouldn't be. Finally, he has a weird throwing motion where if you watch his hind leg, he steps into his passes with that leg rather than his lead leg, which is not ideal and could be the reason every pass comes at you like a bullet and might make it difficult to throw with touch for him, although that's just speculation. A lot of Chambliss's problems have really improved his 1 year at a higher level, so it's hard to say if these issues are actual problems or will simply go away with more time. We'll end it off with some player comps for each of these guys, which I actually found really difficult. TySimpson reminded me a lot of Mac Jones at the start of the year, but towards the end when his accuracy fell off, he reminded me of a slightly less smart Falcons Kirk Cousin with a better leg and better arm. If I had to pick one, Mac Jones is probably still the most accurate comp. For Trinidad, I'd say he's most like Baker Mayfield. Both are shorter quarterbacks who can run and will sling it sometimes into situations they really shouldn't be slinging it into. If you watched the whole video, leave some hype points, apparently it helps smaller channels, and subscribe. Thanks.